Okay, so here we're creating the popular, beautiful Afro Kinky hairstyle. Now, Afro Kinky, it's very close to our natural hair. Same texture. And so when you put it on, it feels like you're wearing your hair, only with a little bit of extension. Beauty of Afro Kinky, you can have so many colors as well, just like any other braid extension, which we've been playing around with colors. A hint of blonde, a hint of red, a hint of brown. And so you can basically design it to your taste. You can make them really small strands or medium strands like we're doing here, or really chunky strands. It's entirely up to you. One of the really good things about Afro Kinky is they get prettier the longer you carry the hair. So it's one of those styles when you're not really focused on worrying about your hair and you just want a hairstyle that will be beautiful yet not fussy, not demanding. That's Afro Kinky. Doesn't have too many demands of you. Once it's done, see that? You can also have whatever length you want. This particular extension will cut it into two. So the longer this hair stays, the prettier it will look. And that's the most important thing about Afro Kinky. So now children are going back to school, so we can actually say back to school hairstyle, where they're going to concentrate on their schoolwork and they're not going to be worrying about hair. So Afro Kinky will cover that. Will definitely take care of going to school and having a beautiful hairstyle that will last you long. Okay, so that's it. When I'm ready to go insert it into the client's hair. What you find with Afro Kinky, there are different textures, and I'll show you the particular texture we're working with. Just like we have our 4C, 3C, 3A, 3B, all the usual numbers. That's the same kind of thing you get with Afro Kinky. You get the ones that are really, really knotted and curled in, and then you get the ones that are a bit loose. Again, when you're inserting it in, it's similar, exactly the same way you insert your hair extensions or braid extensions. There are two main ways of doing it. I'm just going with the one that I absolutely prefer for reasons it lasts longer. That's the braid in style. Same way when you're creating your twist, Senegalese twist. And once you've got it in, then you now start twisting. We get lots of questions here about Afro Kinky. One of them is it does look like locks. Now watch how I'm twisting. It's not locks. We've done a video on lock extension, I think. If not, it's one of the videos we may do again, because I know we've definitely done it. Oh, 4 locks. Yeah, we've done 4 locks. These are nowhere anything like 4 locks, but from a distance you might say it looks like it. So just like locks, some people start their locks with twists. No, I did that with my hair. Or you could comb twist it. So locks and Afro Kinky are very similar. So that's a strand done. And if you notice, like I said earlier, there are hints of different colors in it. You can make them the one color, or you make them slightly hinted in different shades. And that's your stranding. And I'm going to carry on and you see us finishing it. So we mentioned that there are different types of textures, so this is how it comes. this particular texture we're working with is one of the really tight ones, and when you're trying to braid with it, what you have to do is start by detangling them. Release the strands. They're really tight, so you take them out of that. And this is an idea of what it looks like when it's all detangled. So they come really locked like that, and then you detangle them like that. You can also take a brush and brush it when you finish detangling. And that's it. Okay, so I'll show you what the sections look like. Just the general way we section our square section. So squares. First line, second line, third line, fourth line, and you just carry on. Just your regular squares. And then the more hair you put in the volume, the closer they become. The hair fills up quicker because it's a chunky extension type. It's not silky, so to say. That's a big difference. It's not silky at all. Unlike the other braid extension types, they are silky and straight. This one is very dry and what's the word? Just like our natural hair. You might say it's a bit
yucky.
Yeah, it's got like a dry, yucky feel to it. Really dry. And then you detangle it. What I do, once it's been detangled, I can use my fingers to kind of like comb through like that. And when you're detangling it, you can also spray a bit of water to it. So it also gives you an idea of what you could be doing with our natural hair when you're trying to detangle it. Okay, so this is us. We're nearly done. You can see all the back view. And going on with the sides. And this is very close to what we've done here. We gave it a center parting, so this is this side. That's it. And then we're on the other side and finishing off. So we have just 2 more strands to finish off. And that's this side as well. So just another strand go in. So the colors I've mixed here were red and blonde, just hints of it in each strand. Not all the strands, but mostly the strands in front and a few at the back. Just to give it a bit of color and a bit of variety as well, so it's not looking plain one color. And we gave it lots of volume as well, so she can just toss it around. And being that it's short hair, Afro Kinky, you don't really hold in a bun, they just drop on your side. So when you give it volume, it makes it easier to style. You can just lift it and push it to whichever direction, which is what I'll just show you hints of what she can do with it when you're done. So I'll try and finish off. Okay, so I finished the hair, and this is what I'm doing. It's called the corkscrew tips. So you see what I do, make them really kind of like twist it, but I'll show you the method of twisting, how it's done. And there are different ways of finishing the tips like this if you wanted it to be a bit curly. Another choice is to just leave it straight as we had it once we finished braiding, but this way just gives it another level for styling. So you pick a few strands, sometimes 3, 4. You can decide how many you want to pick. In this case, I'm going to pick 3 because I'm nearly finishing it off. So you could have been just straight like that, but instead of going with straight, we're going to give it the corkscrew. So what I've got is a string. This is another type of string that we use for braiding as well. I can't remember what we call that style anyway. It's like wool. This is actually wool, so I'm using wool instead of anything else. There are so many different things you could use. You could use regular extensions as well. And so I put it into the hand, hold it with the tips, your fingertips, index and thumb, and just wrap around it. And this way of wrapping is what we also use for what the older method of styling for, I think it's 4 locks. We use it for 4 locks as well. So you just wrap around your strand, and once you've got to the point you're happy with, you just pull it. And then you knot it. I'll do another one just in case you didn't get that very clearly. And then you cut it off. Then I'll get this last 3. So to whatever length you want to go with, and you wrap around. Once it's gone around it, then you just keep going until you get to where you want to stop. Once you get there, then you pull and push, and then you knot. And so I'm going to dip all this now into hot water, and you see what the tips will look like. Okay, so once you've get your hot water in a bowl, you get groups of them. So I've got like 4 groups, and the focus is just on the parts that are corkscrewed. Dip in water for a few seconds, and you take it out. And dab it. And so you carry on like that with the rest of them. You cut the tips off. Just take it off because it makes it easier when you want to take it out, and it makes it clean as well. So once you finish cutting, then you take them out. And that's how you take it out. Release the thread that we put in, and then let go of. And that's what we have here so far. So we're gonna do that with all of them. You just take out a few more so you see. This is what they call the corkscrew tip. And the way you create the corkscrew tip will dictate the type of curl it creates. So if you want a really tight curls, you take less strands of hair and you knot it, then it gets really tight. You don't want it to be too tight. You take more hair, and you also don't pull it too tight when you're using it. So now you see, look. So carry on and finish the rest. And now you can see our gorgeous model looking all pretty with her hair in whatever direction she wants. So this is now lifting it from extreme end like that, and you could drop that down and you still have this, a bit of a side parting. You could drop that down again. See how it's changing? And you could still drop that further down. Again, a hint of like a little bit of a side parting, and now drop it down and you get your center parting. See, look at that. That is so gorgeous. So do you like your hair, Mega? Yes. Yeah, that's my girl. So it gives you so much freedom to play with your hair in whatever direction you want. And the same thing we just did with that other side, you can do with this side as well. So you're lifting it slowly. See that? It's already formed this style. You lift again. And another style. So it's extremely versatile and gives you that freedom to do what you want to do with your hair when you feel like it. And that's back to school. So a style that can withstand whatever pressures life throws at you. You don't have to worry. You wake up in the morning and you're ready to go. So we hope you learned something exciting and something new with this hairstyle, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. So as usual, you know, click that like button, click that notification button to know whenever we've got something new for you, and stay in touch with us and follow us on all our social media network or platforms, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. God bless you as always.